Thanks for joining us this morning. This morning the Cabinet has met and agreed with the recommendation from the Treasurer, supported by myself, that Michelle Bullock be appointed as the 9th Reserve Bank Governor. Michelle will be the first female governor since the independent RBA was founded in 1959.
We got that breakup.
After close to 4 decades of service to the RBA, most recently as the Deputy Governor, Ms Bullock is eminently qualified to lead this national institution. Michelle's will be an important job at an important time with the challenges that we face globally, challenges which I, of course, have been discussing at the NATO Summit over recent days. This appointment follows a rigorous process, including consultation with the opposition. I also want to acknowledge Dr Lowe's 7 years of service to the nation, in particular his commitment to supporting Australian jobs, incomes and businesses during the depths of the COVID-19 pandemic and global economic downturn. It was indeed an extraordinary time, and we thank Dr Lowe for helping the Australian economy navigate those unprecedented challenges and, most recently, the global economic consequences of Russia's illegal and immoral invasion of Ukraine. Ms Bullock is an accomplished economist with wide experience at the RBA, including as Deputy Governor and Deputy Chair of the Payment Systems Board. The incoming Governor will oversee the implementation of the recommendations of the RBA review to make sure we have the most effective central bank and monetary policy framework as Australia and the world faces ongoing economic challenges. I very much congratulate Michelle Bullock on this appointment, and I thank Jim for overseeing as Treasurer the process to ensure that we got at the right decision for Australia, and I'm confident that we've done just that.
Thanks very much, Prime Minister. We are really proud to be announcing that Michelle Bullock will be the 9th Governor of the Reserve Bank of Australia. Her appointment will take effect from the 18th of September this year. This is a history-making appointment. Michelle Bullock will become the first woman to ever lead the Reserve Bank in this country. Michelle Bullock is the person best placed to take the Reserve Bank into the future. Michelle is an outstanding economist, but also an accomplished and respected leader. Her appointment best combines experience and expertise with a fresh leadership perspective at the Reserve Bank as well. Now, this is the right call, but it's not an easy call, and I want to acknowledge that as well. This comes after months of deliberation and consultation, and we have come at this in the most methodical and considered way that we could. This is a big job. This is one of the most important appointments that we will make as a government, and so we have treated it methodically and in a considered and consultative way as well. I want to say, as the PM did, that we thank Phil Lowe for more than 4 decades of dedication and commitment and service, not just to the Reserve Bank and not just to the economy, but to our country as well. Phil Lowe goes with our respect, he goes with our gratitude, and he goes with dignity. And I want to make that clear. And on a personal level, I have really valued my working relationship with Phil. I've known Phil for a long time. He is, on a personal level, a terrific guy. And he has handled himself impeccably as we've gone through this process. And the statement that the Reserve Bank is releasing today and his comments is evidence of that. And I have conveyed to him directly, and I'm pleased to say to you as well that I have said to him this week that the way that he has carried himself has been characteristically kind and classy and much appreciated by the government. Now, obviously, an appointment of this magnitude, there is lots of speculation, and I think it's a good thing today that we can end the speculation about the next governor of the Reserve Bank. The decision was not taken until it was taken by the Cabinet collectively today, and that's important. But it has been my view for a while now that Michelle Bullock is the best person to take the bank into the future. It is a wonderful appointment, I think, and we are really proud to announce it today. It's a history-making appointment, it's the right appointment, and it comes after lots of consultation.
Thanks, Frank. Well, Phil.
Pam, with respect to Treasurer, the decision with respect to continuity, if you like, with Ms Bullock, and the experience, as you said. Dr Lowe wanted to do another term. Why wasn't he given another term? Was it because you didn't believe he was up to the reform task, or was it broader than that?
Well, first of all, of the 8 governors who have served to this point, 5 of them haven't had their term extended. So extending a governor's term has been, in historical terms, the exception rather than the rule. I think the average tenure for a Reserve Bank governor is a little under 8 years, and Phil brings up 7 years. And so it's not wildly out of the norm that Phil will finish up after 7 years. I think Michelle Bullock is the best person to take the bank into the future. And Michelle represents the best combination of that experience and expertise, but also a fresh leadership perspective. And one of the things that I have really admired about Michelle Bullock as I've come to know her, and especially to understand her role and her contribution to the Reserve Bank review, is that Michelle has thought deeply about how we take the bank forward into the future. She does have a lot of experience at the bank. She does have a lot of expertise as an economist. But one of the things I really value in this appointment is the style and nature of her leadership. She's an accomplished leader, a highly respected leader, and that's what we need at the bank to take it forward.
The back there.
The RBA review said that the organisation needed a shake-up. Michelle has been at the RBA for almost 4 years, as you alluded to. Do you still think that she's the right person to shake things up at the bank, and how is she going to do things differently?
Well, Michelle Bullock has made it very clear to us that part of her role is to make sure that we can implement in the best possible way the recommendations of the Reserve Bank review. And so we've had a number of conversations about that, and I know that Michelle Bullock's committed to the RBA review process, as am I, as you know, and there's a lot of work to do to agree the new statement of conduct this year and to introduce the legislation this year, ideally as well. And so I think the fact that Michelle Bullock brings that experience and expertise, but also that heft and that gravitas, will actually be a really important asset when it comes to relationship with the various RBA boards, and when it comes to bedding down and implementing the review. I think she's got the best possible combination of attributes to help us do that.